All right, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A.
Timeout called. Memphis. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with Memphis' head coach for a minute. Our topic was how he'll defend Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and coach was straightforward, saying Shai demands so much attention with the ball that he can warp a defense. We'll need to stay disciplined and not get caught watching the play. We'll see how that approach works out for them, guys.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Wallace outside. Three-pointer. Memphis with a rebound. And with their last victory, this team reached the 50-win mark on the season.
And they should be proud of what they've been able to accomplish. You can't just luck your way into 50 wins. You got to be a good team to reach that feat.
Taking a look at the Thunder. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4. Hartenstein, the 5. Cason Wallace out there with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Williams in at the small forward position. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. Williams from long range. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. You love seeing these type of results.
Inside. Now here's Bain. Defense is right there. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. Here's Bain. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. No problems knocking that one down.
Yeah, Morant showing a bit of confidence knocking down that 3.
Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
Both teams are hot. Woo! This is a fun one to watch.
Yeah, made for TV game here. Pace is great. Scoring is coming in bunches. And both of the teams feeling confident right now.
Edey, that's good. Edey's got 7.
There's a solid opening quarter right here. Very active and creating a lot of good opportunities for himself.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The rebound by Jackson.
We're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Here's the prodigy. Watch by Wallace. The game now all tied up. 9 points in the game.
Well, that basket must be widening out right now, and he's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Hartenstein with a screen on Moran. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Kept alive. Here's Williams. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Jackson's got 4 rebounds now. They are looking really strong offensively.
Yeah, just terrific momentum. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. So it'll be Jaren Jackson shooting. It's going to go on Chet Holmgren.
And the growth of Jackson Jr. is downright scary, especially defensively. This guy has been upping his game, and no opponent is happy about that.
And the details starting to trickle in. But for the whole story, let's go to Shams Charania, who's joining us remotely. Shams, what you got?
Thanks, guys. I've got news today coming out of Minnesota for the Timberwolves. They wanted to upgrade their front court, and they've done that by adding Nikola Vucevic. The veteran center continues to be a very efficient player at this stage of his career, especially as a scorer, and this franchise is extremely pleased they were able to acquire him.
Good stuff there, Shams. Thanks for keeping us in the loop. Wallace outside, looking to win the run. No luck on that one. Grizzlies lead by 5. Pass to the prodigy. Now here's Morant. And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul of the game.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
Portis, he's checked in for Memphis. Kennard comes in for Bain. And also a switch here for Oklahoma City. Caruso, he's checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's the prodigy. Still without a bucket. Jackson with it. That one is off. Great D that time from Holmgren. Thunder trail by 5. Let's send it over to Allie for a report on MP.
Thanks, BA. I spoke with MP about his star-studded contest coming up, and he looked across the court and said, "We'd love a challenge. We've been watching tape, and we think we have a solution for the problem over there." I can't wait to find out how these two juggernauts affect today's outcome.
Yeah, buckle up, folks. This is going to be a good one. Thanks, Allie. And here's Memphis. They're on a 17-7 run. And coming off a major injury. Chet Holmgren was unbelievable in his first full season, Brent.
Doesn't it feel like BA, he poured the concrete and a solid foundation for what his career is going to be all about? I mean, a terrific big with skill, size, toughness. And the sky is the limit for this guy.
And it's Caruso with the ball for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Trailing by 5. They put up a nice win against Toronto last time out.
And you know they had a great plan going into that one. And then made the right adjustments along the way.
Well, the great thing about watching that game was that we saw it through their offense, and they showed a few different looks that they settled into and played well.
Pass to the prodigy. And here's Portis. 5 to shoot to the inside. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
4-3. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good. Memphis has gone 3 of 3 from outside and looking sharp here in the first. The prodigy passes to Kennard. Here's Portis. Good work defensively by Hartenstein. Oklahoma City trailing. Pass to Wallace. And out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. And a look here at some of the most aggressive defenders at the small forward spot in the past month. And you look at Caruso, top 5 in blocked shots. He challenges everything.
These are some of the most athletic, relentless defenders in the league. They'll do whatever it takes to interfere with each and every shot.
Well, if you don't have great shot blocking ability, you can make up with it physical play and great timing. They can climb the ladder when they need to defend shots like that.
Memphis making a switch here. Aldama's checked in. Portis. Second chance shot. And he lays it in. And the Grizzlies lead by 4.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Now here's Caruso. He's scoreless. Williams passes to Wiggins. Takes the 3. Williams misses. Here's the Grizzlies with the ball. They're on a 16-7 run. Pass to Kennard. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
And the team likes to use Kennard as a floor spacing kind of player, but he decides to do damage that time inside.
Here's Williams. The 3. The rebound by the prodigy. And hats off to MP, who was selected to his first All-Star team.
And he's not just in it, he's a starter. To do that in your first All-Star game appearance is a huge accomplishment.
Puts it up from 12. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now. Thunder trail by 6. A minute 6 left to play in the first. Caruso misses.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Here's the prodigy. Coming off a 37-point game against the Raptors in Toronto.
And guys, the other thing that he did well was just facilitate the offense, pass the ball around beautifully in that one. Seriously put on a passing clinic.
Outside Joe. Outside Williams. Three-pointer. He buries it from three. Williams has got 12 points.
Well, you got to be able to shoot fast in the league. So it's nice to see Williams doesn't need a lot of setup time.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. The Prodigy passes to Portis. Here's the Prodigy. Right side Moran. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. It's a one-on-one situation. And Williams punches it home.
And you can tell they're in sync right now, expertly turning the steal into fast break points.
Puts up a deep three. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. Well, a good close contest so far. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
They've been really going at the defense in the painted area, and so far the opposition really hasn't had an answer for them.
So much good energy and flow tonight, and that has really come out of great ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they are, they get the ball.
Manning the backcourt, we'll see Moran and Bain. Bobby Portis out there with Edey, and it's the Prodigy in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. To the middle. Here's Wiggins. Collects the 2 points near the hoop. Wiggins has gotten his first points of the night.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3 ball.
To the left wing. Pass to Edey. Outside Bain. Here's the Prodigy. Clock at 6. Down low. Here's Edey. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
Good work there as it goes. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6.
He's got the ability to do damage inside and out. SGA's not going to miss that.
Pass to Edey. Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. And the Grizzlies get another bucket right there. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. He has 6. Williams, a screen on Moran. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. Well, Grant, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously. And size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space.
Boucher's checked in for Memphis. Pippen comes in for Ja Morant. Pass to Edey. Boucher outside. Here's the Prodigy. Here's Pippen. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. To the middle. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to go on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
It's both from the stripe. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Pass to Wiggins. Wiggins with a screen on Bain. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. There's the block. And he gets it back. The shot misses. Memphis leading by 3. Here's the Prodigy. A tremendous threat on offense. He's scoring around 34 a game. Boucher outside. Launches a 3. Drills it from deep. Boucher's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Williams And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
On the night, he's 2 for 2 at the stripe. Jaren Jackson, he's checked in for Memphis. Hardenstein, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Wallace comes in for Joe.
Getting themselves to the line this quarter is a good way to get their offense rolling.
The prodigy passes to Boucher. Now Bain, back to Boucher. Here's the prodigy. Here's Jackson. And the shot goes in. Jackson's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, the prodigy in their last time out against the Raptors had a huge game. He ended up with 37 points, and he really stuffed that stat sheet for them, ending up with a triple-double. A virtuoso performance that will be remembered for a very long time. Brian?
It really was some night for him. He couldn't have been much better, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., there was nothing they could do to contain him. Once he got rolling, it was game on.
And sometimes you can just look at a guy and you see the confidence that he's playing with. That's what I like best.
Pass to Hardenstein. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Looking to end this cold spell. SGA working through contact inside.
Gilgeous-Alexander, fantastic concentration.
Memphis has gone 4 of 6 from three-point range thus far. And over the last few years, SGA has emerged as an all-NBA level player, Brent. What's been the key to his success?
I think the key, BA, to him is his confidence. I think that he feels like he is overlooked on a nightly basis and does not get the respect he deserves. So he comes in with that chip on his shoulder, and he plays the entire game coming at any defense that people throw at him.
Here's the prodigy. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. They'll be playing host to New Orleans for their next one, and that's the first of just 2 home games for them. Some room here for Williams. Nice open look, but it's no good.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
To the right side. Pass to the prodigy. Here's Pippen. 6 to shoot. To the inside, and stolen by Williams. Inside, Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Wallace. From the arc, count it, his 3rd and 5 attempts.
Pretty much poor defensive effort there. You have to get a hand in his face when he's spotting up from distance.
Here's the prodigy. He has 6. The 3 from Bain. Connects from downtown. And the Grizzlies lead by 3.
And Bain picking up the phone with no hesitation. What an answer.
Gilgeous-Alexander up top. Give him 8 points now. Rebounded by Pippen. Memphis has gone 2 for 2 from the arc here in the second. Bain, the pass to the prodigy. Jackson with it. Shoots over Hardenstein. Again, the Grizzlies. Good for 2 more.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Wallace with it. Coming off a 16-point game against Toronto.
He also had 2 blocks that really impacted that game, guys. He really made his presence known.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Kicks it out to Bain. Lets the 3 fly, and another 3 for Memphis.
And this story in the second quarter, much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. You know, in game 2 of a back-to-back, just how drained are you from yesterday as a player?
You know, B.A., proper rest and stretching can help a lot. But you're not going to be your usual self at the start of game time. Believe that.
Kennard, he's checked in for Memphis. Chet Holmgren, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Jalen Williams comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Yep, that one's good. Williams has got 16 points.
We talk about Williams' versatility as a scorer. He can get his points from just about any spot on the floor.
The prodigy can't hit. Thunder trail by 4. Williams in the post. He had 25 points in the win against Toronto.
And you could tell the defense was really nervous dribbling or passing the ball anywhere near him in that one. He took advantage of their indecisiveness continually throughout the night, racking up 3 steals.
And just a forceful play by Jackson, clearing the glass and muscling his way to his own shot.
Here's Caruso. Here's Wallace. No good on the 3. Memphis leading by 6. Here's the prodigy. He has 6. He shoots a 3. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Holmgren's got 5 rebounds in the game. Wallace outside. Pass to Holmgren. Wing shot on the way. Memphis with a rebound. The prodigy's got 7 rebounds in the game. Drills the elbow jumper. And now an 8-point Memphis lead.
Yeah, you got to get up tighter than that. Some players you can give that much room to, but not him.
Wallace, the pass to Caruso. Knocks down the long J.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
To the paint. Here's Boucher. And he can't bank that one in.
He's got so many ways to score in the post. Just nifty, uses fakes. You have to have a body on him every time he's down there.
Hartenstein finds Holmgren. Caruso with it. Outside, Williams. From deep. Memphis with a rebound. Jackson's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first 2 shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter.
Boucher passes to Kennard. Here's the prodigy. Give him 8. Oh, from deep. Hartenstein pulls it in.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
Williams passes to Holmgren. 1:46 left in the second quarter. Here's Wallace, and that one is hammered home.
Did you see that? Look at the elevation on that dunk, B.A.
Man, he just cocked it back and fired it down with one hand. Here's the prodigy. And that's up and in. 5 for 12 in this game.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Pass to Wallace. Fires the 3. Nails it from 3. Wallace has got 14.
Well, he made some kind of adjustment to his game after a poor first half. He's been impressive shooting the ball during the second.
And a fast break now for the Thunder. Williams from long range. Second chance effort. And Hartenstein with the lay-in. Hartenstein's got 4 points this quarter.
Hard work on the offensive glass. You can see the coaching staff rise up and clap for that effort.
Here's the prodigy. Uses the glass on the layup. And the Grizzlies lead by 2.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
Back to Williams. Stolen by Jackson. The prodigy passes to Jackson. Here's the prodigy. 27 seconds left to play in the first half of that. basketball. That one's good for 2.
Well, he doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
And here's Holmgren. Give him 8. Six on the shot clock. Pass to Wallace. Now here's Williams. Knocks it down from distance. Williams has got 19 points.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Grizzlies out in front, up by 1. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Halftime is here. And what better way to tip it off than to analyze the...
If you're looking to add more double-doubles to your stat sheet, Vucevic is the right guy for you. He's a monster on the backboard and the scoreboard. All you have to do is set him up and let him go to work.
So let's move on now to this Grizzlies game, which has turned out to be a tight one.
When you look at how they're getting their points, a good portion comes.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's sit.
Second half of bat. He's checked in for Oklahoma City. Timeout call, Memphis. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out there with Cason Wallace. Then it's Williams. Then it's Alex Caruso. And it's Hartenstein in at the center position. Here's Morant. Oh, my! Jaw dropping the hammer.
Once Ja Morant gets rolling, there is no stopping him. Ja is feeling it tonight.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. Pass to Caruso. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
They've been dominating the boards tonight, yet it's still a close game.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, Brian, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the 11th pick back in 2018, has developed to the point where he is in the MVP conversation. His coach, Mark Daignault, said he's improved every year. He's been in the league. It's a testament to his humility. He looks in the mirror, he sees what he needs to improve on, and then he works at it. Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you. And over the last half-decade, Brent, Bobby Portis has been the best six-man big you can find.
Yeah, pretty remarkable, B.A. He comes in, he gives you some great scoring in some stretches, plays some solid defense. He's got a lot of fire to his game. So this is the exact kind of guy that your team needs in the second unit.
Jaren Jackson, he's checked in for Memphis. Kennard comes in for Desmond Bane. Now here's Hartenstein. He's got 9, and here's Caruso outside. Kennard with the rebound.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
So it's Oklahoma City now. 8-point game. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Wallace. Hartenstein a screen. They need this. Deflected. Here's the prodigy. 20 points for him. Out of bounds, it'll be Thunderball. And a chance to look at the block shot numbers over the last few seasons for Jaren Jackson.
And his shot blocking hasn't been nearly as potent as it was a few years ago. It's a shame, really, because his ability to intimidate the other team and be a big presence on the defensive end really gave his team an edge.
Wallace outside. No good with the triple.
And they've committed to controlling the boards, and it's paying dividends.
Here's the prodigy. He's guarded by Caruso. And the prodigy gets it to go.
Things are starting to come together for them. And the lead is starting to grow, too.
Coaches always talk about the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. They have definitely increased their energy level here.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. Coach wants to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. And check out the NBA's top three-point shooters over the course of the past month. You look at Kennard. He is downright lethal from distance, ranking first in the league in three-point percentage. And, of course, Desmond Bane. This is a guy you cannot leave alone behind the arc.
Their consistency from range is unbelievable. It's what every team in the league is looking for these days.
He's established himself as an MVP candidate. But what is the ceiling of SGA in your mind, Brent?
Well, if he's there now, is that not good enough, BA? I mean, this guy has a chance to win an MVP award in the next 6 or 7 years, and is going to be considered that caliber of player for that stretch. That's pretty awesome. He can put up big numbers, which is more impressive.
This small advantage is starting to snowball.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Caruso outside. Outside, Williams. Offline with a three.
He was terrific shooting the ball in the first half, but he looks a little bit slower out there, possibly leg tired here in the second half.
He takes it in.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Thunder trail by 12. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Wallace. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Caruso. Wallace outside. The three ball. Grizzlies with the rebound.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Here's the prodigy. Drops in the three. The prodigy's got 27 points.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Outside, Williams. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Williams has got 14 points now in the second half. Grizzlies lead by 12. Here's the prodigy. 27 points for him. Kennard passes to the prodigy. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Portis. And stolen by Hartenstein. Caruso outside. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. From outside the arc. And again, Oklahoma City with a triple.
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
Here's the prodigy. He's guarded by Caruso. Portis gets the bucket.
I mean, they've been relentless. Just keep getting shots at the rim.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. And yep, it's good. Caruso's got 5 now.
It's interesting. They definitely had more three-point attempts in the first half. Not sure why they went away from it.
Here's the prodigy. He's guarded by Caruso. The prodigy can't hit. Thunder trail by 9. Williams finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Williams. Wallace left side. Pass to Caruso. And another 3 for Oklahoma City.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Floats one. The prodigy can't hit. Here's Oklahoma City now. They're on an 11-2 run. On the wing, Caruso. Now Hartenstein. And the foul called on Luke Kennard. That's his first foul of the game. We're in the bonus now, and they'll go to the line. It's his first trip to the line. The free throw drops for Caruso. Pippen, he's checked in for Morant. That one's no good. Grizzlies lead by 5. Pass to the prodigy. Joe grabs the miss. And Oklahoma City shooting has been excellent in the third quarter at 57%. Joe on the wing takes a three. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got rebound number 8 now. Driving to the basket, and he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's going to be on Jalen Williams.
Number 23, taking 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Oklahoma City making a switch here. Good on both.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Just pounding the painted area. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable...
Getting ready for Oklahoma City. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Holmgren comes in for Wiggins. Williams is checked in for Caruso, and it's Wallace in for Joe. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Bain. Edey out there with Bobby Portis. And it's the prodigy in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Pass to Williams. From outside, off the mark.
I love their work on the glass. They hold a nice rebounding advantage.
Here's Edey. Here's the prodigy to the inside. Here's Portis. And again, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He has been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. Down low. And stolen by Bain. Now Morant. Here's the prodigy. Pass to Bain. Here's the prodigy. 4 on the clock. Here's Portis. Count it.
Portis draining the shot. It doesn't matter what the defense did that time.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. Thunder trail by 20. Wallace outside. There's a screen to snap the cold streak. The rebound by Edey. Edey's got 7 rebounds in the game. Pass to the prodigy. Hey, expanding his range. Out of bounds. It'll be Oklahoma City's ball. .144 left in the fourth quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 7 assists in the game. Here's the prodigy. Williams defending. The Thunder pull it in.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Grizzlies.
Man, they were in a groove from long range tonight.
Yeah, they were able to find space, and they were ready to let it fly the moment they saw an opening.
And so they powered through to their 51st win of the year.
And against a familiar opponent, it's nice to establish a psychological advantage with a win in the first game.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for the prodigy.
Now, serving up feeds all night long. He was the best teammate that they had on the floor.
Pass to Holmgren from downtown. The rebound by the prodigy.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Inside, here's Morant. Counted.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Williams' shot is good.
And I like when Williams works in these mid-range areas. I mean, such an impressive score.
Here's the prodigy. And it falls all over the rim and in. The prodigy's got 31 points.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on. And that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
And so it's the Grizzlies taking care of business in this one, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Brent Barry, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching tonight's game. So long, everyone.
Another game, another win.
Good game, MP.
Back to work tomorrow. Good win. Let's keep it going. It's your night tonight. Good teams win games like these.
to peek into the locker room. The players soaking in the last few moments before the game. Some final preparations here. Greetings, it's 2K Sports bringing you live coverage of the NBA. This is our Sunday night broadcast. Brian Anderson here. With me tonight are analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. And let's take a look now at some numbers from Max Strus.
And all of a sudden, his three ball has left him. It's been a rough stretch for him the past 5 games. His percentage from downtown isn't near what it once was, but he's not going to give up. He'll try to get it going here today.
And checking out the opening lineup for Memphis. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Bain. Edey out there with Jaren Jackson. And it's Wells in at the 3. And for Cleveland, Garland and Mitchell, the talented 1 and 2. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. And it's Okoro in at small forward. The second half of the season is heating up, Richard. Starts to feel like a foot race to the finish right now.
BA, it's a sprint, but it's also a marathon. Each game is a battle for positioning. If you want to make a real run, you can never stop running.
And it's going to be the Grizzlies off the tip. Jackson outside. Pass to Wells. There's the triple. Hits a three-pointer.
Not just a scorer. Bain is willing to set up others and does a very good job of it.
Okoro outside. Now here's Mobley. Defended by Jackson. Mobley on a screen. Outside Garland. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Let's go with a 3. Memphis with a rebound. Here's Wells. We saw him with 11 points in his last game. Pass to Morant from 8 feet. Uses the glass that time. It's good.
Working through the lane, Morant, he's got such a great change of speed to keep the defense off.
Here's Mitchell. Oh, and Mitchell powers it home.
Oh, man, and that is why Mitchell has won a dunk contest before. He knows how to get a few style points.
Jackson outside. Back to Morant. Rejected by Allen. They retain possession. Edey, that's good. First quarter, just over a minute and a half in. And so Garland will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's a 5-point game. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Count that bucket. Mitchell's gotten his second bucket on the night.
It's the strength of Mitchell, one of the strongest guards we might have ever seen.
Pass to Wells. Back to Morant. The rebound by Allen. The Cavs have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. The electric Ja Morant. High-flying, fast, fearless. Where's that mentality come from, RJ?
There is just a fearlessness like you mentioned. Most players, you just have that mindset. You don't care. You're going to attack the rim. Doesn't matter if you could potentially get hurt. You are going to take off. That mindset is a level of aggressiveness that only Ja Morant possesses.
Here's Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
With elite speed and quickness, Morant.
Look at the season of the Grizzlies in this one.
A difficult matchup for them last year, with them losing both games to a team with a bad record.
And Cleveland making a change here. Hunter's checked in. Here's the prodigy, covered by Mobley. And again, Memphis no good.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, the prodigy in their last time out against the Magic was tremendous. He dropped 35 points and moved the ball well, feeding the hot hands. What a game for him, and against their rivals no less, which had to make him feel extra special. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
And I'll be interested to see if the opposition looks to double him, because this should open up opportunities for his teammates to get going.
Here's the prodigy, following the score by Cleveland. Oh, and Mobley with the block.
Hard to protect your shot from Mobley's length. Look, he just bats that ball away.
Portis, he's checked in for Memphis. And so the ball out of bounds. Mobley touched it last. It's February. Let's see how things are shaping up in the East. You look at the Cavaliers. Now in second. They look to be in terrific shape moving forward.
Well, I think for the Cavaliers, I recall them having a lot of naysayers at the start of the season, but now they may not have any. This team is ready for a deep playoff run.
Even though some people doubted them, there are just as many people, if not more, who believed in this team from the very beginning. And it's pretty clear right now who was right.
The defense, they're doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Memphis.
Showing their energy so far, sprinting up and down the floor, getting out in transition and taking advantage.
Another thing they're doing right early on tonight is attacking the offensive glass. Just outworking the defense and winning second chances at the hoop.
Allen finds Mobley. Mitchell with the ball. The three. That won't fall. He's just 2 of 5 in this one.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Here's the prodigy. Allen defending. And the prodigy gets it to go.
Already 6 of their points coming off second chances. Pretty impressive.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Allen with a screen on Moran. Garland for 3. Sinks it from distance.
Pretty savvy move there by Garland, making space with that pick and roll.
Here's the prodigy, covered by Mobley. Pass to Portis. Shoots over Allen, and the baseline jumper goes down. And the Grizzlies lead by 10.
It's impossible to win when you give up second and third chances to score.
Outside Mitchell. And here's Allen. He just could not put it together in that loss to New York. And here's Mobley. Shot clock at 6. The 3 is up. Memphis with a rebound.
See, what a rough quarter for him. Nothing seemingly going his way.
Morant, the pass to Portis. Here's the prodigy, covered by Mobley. Back to Morant. On the take.
Oh! Powerful.
Oh, yes.
Oh, wow. Okay, Ja turning it loose. Someone throw that man some water.
On the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, good looks by our terrific camera crew. Here's Garland, hovering around 19.5 points a game. His scoring has been huge for them. Grant, the Cavs making the playoffs the last 2 years. A big deal in Cleveland.
Well, outside of years with LeBron on the roster, they hadn't made the postseason since 1998. But this group of Cavaliers are making their own history now.
Here's the prodigy. Does it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
It also allows them to play inside out, which will make them even more difficult to defend.
Outside Mitchell. Here's Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
It's just too easy for Mobley. This man, he's quick off the floor. He's got a 7'4" wingspan. Look, this man finishes the way he was built.
Jackson can't get it to go.
Already +5 in terms of rebound margin.
Hunter passes to Mobley. Outside for Mitchell. Outside Hunter. Allen outside. 6 to shoot. Mobley outside. Beyond the arc. The rebound by Jackson.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Here's the prodigy. 35 points his last game. Pass to Moran. Stolen by Mobley. And he's going for the oop here. And it's Allen who slapped. It home.
Making full use of that reach. Allen able to pluck the ball out of the air for that easy lob.
Here's the prodigy. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Knicks.
Defensively, they weren't up to the task. Didn't play as a cohesive unit, and it really hurt them.
Boy, they looked like they were asleep on that end of the floor. No one was talking. No one was paying attention. Yeah, it was rough.
And we know Donovan Mitchell is a superb scorer. But, Grant, what do you think he's focused on at this point of his career?
Well, B.A., it's all about championships for him. This is a guy that doesn't just want to be seen as an elite player. He really wants to compete for titles, too.
Now here's Aldama, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game. The prodigy passes to Portis. Basket's good. Portis has gotten his second bucket.
Yeah, their aggressive approach on the offensive glass has created second chance opportunities.
Jerome passes to Hunter. Now here's Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
Just a big play at this juncture of the game. Second chance points could be the key for them.
Impressive effort right there. That's what they need to mount a comeback. The prodigy. And he banks in the layup. The prodigy's got 8.
You want to know why they're winning? It's because of his play offensively.
The Cavaliers trail by 8. Outside Hunter. Fires for 3. And no good. Ja Morant, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Memphis. He had solid production this quarter with scoring and rebounding. More 2K action. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Memphis.
Well, a big differentiator was their ability to generate offense by pounding the glass.
They're just out-hustling them on the boards, punishing them for refusing to box them out accordingly.
DeAndre Hunter is out there with Evan Mobley. Then it's Max Strus. Then it's Ty Jerome. And it's Merrill in at the 2 spot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Pass to the prodigy. Oh, and Mobley with the block.
Sensational swat from Mobley. I love how hard he goes on the defensive end.
Here's the prodigy. And here's Portis. Covered by Strus. And then Portis with the dunk.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Mobley on a screen. From behind the arc. It's hauled in by Portis.
And they're doing strong work on the glass. A +5 advantage for them.
Cavaliers with a rebound. It'll be the front end of a 2-game road trip. Jerome on the wing. There's the 3. And the shot's off. 1 for 2 in this one. Grizzlies lead by 7. Pass to the prodigy. Takes it inside. Good. That's his 5th bucket in 9 attempts.
Breakdown for the defenders, and you can't ask for an easier bucket than that.
For Cleveland, they've gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. The drive by Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
I love seeing Mobley take initiative, creating himself on the attack with a thunderous finish.
Here's the prodigy, covered by Mobley. And then Portis with the dunk.
He's been playing great, unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
From deep, Mobley. That's good. And now he's 5 for 11 in this one.
They've got some ground to make up, and shooting the three ball more consistently like they are now should help them do it.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Well, Grant, we know non-shooting big men can clog the paint. But if they know where to move off the ball, that certainly helps.
Yeah, you know, big men who know those circle actions, like flashing to the open spot when their man gives help, they often end up with easy looks inside.
The Cavaliers making a switch here. Okoro's checked in. Edey's checked in for Memphis. Ja Morant comes in for Pippen. Mobley outside. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Richard, no doubt about the upside of Evan Mobley. What's his best position, you think, though?
Defensively, he can guard 1 through 5. He is a Defensive Player of the Year candidate every single year. But offensively, unless he improves his three-point shot, he is most likely going to be more of a 5. If he wants to play the 4, he's got to be able to stretch it from 3. One of many weapons in Jackson Jr.'s arsenal. He can spot up on you and make it look too easy.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Evan Mobley was the 3rd overall pick in 2021. And his teammate Donovan Mitchell said about him, "It's crazy, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but I don't think he really understands how good he can be. He can take us to a completely different level. I personally believe that he can be a top 5 player in this league." Brian, high praise for his teammate.
Indeed it is. Good stuff, Allie. Jerome passes to Mobley. Jerome attacking. Hunter on the wing. Pass to Jerome from downtown. Memphis with a rebound. Their last game, a win against the Magic. Looking to carry it into this one.
They were so consistent from the three-point range in that one, and that's a nice weapon to have as a visiting team.
Yeah, they just pummeled them from the perimeter. Did a nice job working the ball around and getting those high percentage looks.
Strus the pass to Jerome. Here's Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
From the moment Mobley stepped into this league, Evan has been an impact player. Another huge night for him.
Over to the wing. Here's the prodigy. He's got 14. Here's Edey. Hits the jump hook. Edey's got 8 points.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Pass to Mobley. Outside Hunter. Off the mark there with a 3. Memphis leading by 12. Here's the prodigy. Mobley grabs the board. Mobley's got 4 rebounds in the game. Hunter on the wing. And he lobs it up top. And Mobley throws it down.
Yeah, and Mobley's teammates love throwing lobs his way. Why? Because he catches pretty much anything you throw up there.
Here's the prodigy. Yes, it's good. 16 points for him.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He wants... Evan Mobley getting it done for the Cavaliers. His fingerprints were all over that quarter. 13 points, leading the charge. We'll be right back with you shortly.
Please direct your attention to center.
Hello, folks.
Well, I think for Memphis, you know, Halloween was a long time ago, but this team is still the scariest group in the league. They're striking fear into every team that has to go against them, Shaq.
You're starting to scare me, Kenny.
So let's move on now to this Grizzlies game, which has turned out to be a tight one.
I like their follow-through on the offensive end, not taking the shot.
And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so the Grizzlies making a change here. Here's Edie. Allen defending. Here's the prodigy. The second effort. And the layup is up and in.
Just owning the offensive glass right now. Just refusing to let up.
And you can't teach effort. You can encourage it, but this is why you cover guys who are so self-motivated.
On the court for Memphis. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Moran and Payne. Jackson out there with Edie, and it's the prodigy in at the 3 slot.
He is a leader on and off the floor. Garland, this man is a coach's dream.
To the middle. Pass to the prodigy. To the inside. Clock at 6. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Jackson for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Jackson's got 9.
A big man who does it all. That is Jaren Jackson Jr. looking confident at the arc.
Mobley deciding where to go with it. Okoro outside. Pass to Garland. The rebound by the prodigy. The prodigy's got rebound number 8 now. Outside Morant. Here's the prodigy for the lead. And that's 2 points on the layup. The prodigy's got 20 points.
Sharing the rock. Part of what makes John Morant such a fantastic player is his ability to pass.
Okoro outside to the paint. And Mobley with the basket on the assist by Okoro. Okoro's got 3 assists in the game. And so Moran will bring it up for the Grizzlies. And after this one, they're at home against Phoenix. It'll be the first of 5 games in a row at home. Drains the triple. The prodigy's got 7 points for the quarter. Cavaliers trail by 3. Mobley outside. Lets it go from deep. On target from range.
He was solid in the first half from deep. He's a guy who can get hot. Let's see how he does here in the second.
Pass to Edie. Oh, plenty. Contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. They'll pin that one on Jared Allen. First free throw is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. The Cavs have gotten 7 of 14 attempts to fall in the half. Outside Mitchell. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. The prodigy's got 9 rebounds now.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Here's Edie, and he dunks it down.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
He's just giving them everything he has. It's why his teammates appreciate and enjoy playing with him.
From deep, Mobley. And it's Bane with the rebound.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Here's the prodigy. Give him 23. Inside. It's stolen by Garland. Fast break, Cleveland. And he lobs it up to the rim. And Mobley throws it down.
And this game belongs to Mobley so far. Just doing it all on the offensive end.
Pass to the prodigy. Lets it go from the wing. And the Grizzlies get another bucket right there.
His accuracy is on another level this quarter. Really high quality shooting.
Cavaliers trail by 4. Outside Mitchell. Now Okoro. Outside Garland. He hits the back iron and sinks it. Garland's got 21 points in the game.
That is absolutely a shot that Garland has in his back pocket just for moments like this.
Here's the prodigy. 25 points in the game. Lays it up and banks it in. The prodigy's got 11 in the second half.
You look at what he's doing here, and it's hard to imagine him playing much better.
Okoro outside. Back to Garland. The three. And the three-pointer goes. Garland's got 7 now in this quarter.
And he knocked down 4 triples in the first half. You got to stay in his hip pocket.
Down low. Here's Jackson. Got it. Good job in the low post. And the Grizzlies lead by 3.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Right side Garland for the tie. Memphis with a rebound. Stolen by Mobley. Here's Mitchell. It's deflected, and he gets it back. That shot missing.
You know, some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
The prodigy can't hit. Cavaliers trail by 3. Okoro passes to Garland. The rebound by the prodigy. The prodigy's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Pass to Edie. 6 on the shot clock. Up again. It's good on the putback.
This quarter has been all his. I suggest they keep the ball in his hands.
Okoro outside. Back to Garland. Over Morant. Garland, no good. Memphis leading by 5. And Graham, when you look at Darius Garland, he has a very polished offensive game.
Absolutely. He's great at creating for himself, but also knows when to get others involved. He can score from anywhere, and he works incredibly hard on his craft.
And this is why you feed the big fella Allen on the inside. With his size, he is a major threat anywhere around that hoop.
Timeout called. Memphis. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Hunter's checked in for Jared Allen. Strus comes in for Okoro. Merrill, he's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. And Jerome subbed in for Garland. Wells, the pass to Portis. And there's 1:38 left in the third. Here's the prodigy. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. This lead is up for grabs.
Yeah, each possession has an importance.
The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
When you're guarding Mobley, you have to finish the possession on D. Seal him off, or Evan, look, this man's going to punish you on that glass.
Pass to the prodigy. 1:10 left in the third. Here's Wells. Here's the prodigy. He's got 27. Jacks up a three. Hunter with the rebound. Hunter's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Jerome. He's averaging more than 12 a game. A consistent threat on offense. Mobley outside. Merrill outside. For the lead. Sends it home from three-point land. Merrill's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Morant, the pass to the prodigy. We've got 22 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Morant. Ooh, Morant going right at him.
Good D sometimes just isn't enough against Ja Morant.
Now here's Hunter. Still no points. It's blocked. And it's out of bounds for the Cavaliers as Cleveland retains possession. The three from Okoro. The three won't fall. Evan Mobley getting it done for Cleveland. He's been doing damage on the offensive end all night. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Memphis has gone 6 of 14 from the perimeter tonight. They've got DeAndre Hunter. Darius Garland is out there with Ty Jerome. Then there's Okoro, and it's Tyson in at the center position. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavs. Outside Garland. Jerome on the wing. Back to Garland. Clock at 6. And the three off target.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Good on the bucket.
And when Morant takes off towards the basket, look, you're already done. You've already lost because that's how he makes his living.
Here's Tyson. The rebound by the prodigy. Memphis leading. Pass to Portis. Here's the prodigy. Wells, the pass to the prodigy. To the paint. Portis gets the bucket.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
And so Garland will bring it up for the Cavaliers. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Boucher against Hunter. That's tipped. Here's Morant. In the paint. Morant puts it in.
They have no answer defensively inside.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, over the break, I did listen in on Kenny Atkinson's huddle. He really emphasized rim protection. He said to his guys, I want us to cut down on the easy looks inside. No more of that. It's a simple ask that could have a big impact.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Hunter, the screen. 6 to shoot. Hunter on the wing. Here's Tyson. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
They have found a lot of success in transition, running at every opportunity and getting points before the defense can get set.
You also can't ignore the good job they've done rebounding on the offensive end tonight. That hustle has been well rewarded with second chance points.
Jerome grabs the miss.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
Garland with a screen on Bain. Here's Jerome. Garland for 3. He drops it from range. Garland's got 10 points in just the second half.
He's just lighting them up in this game. The D's going to have to extend a little bit more, or he's going to keep knocking them down from deep.
Pass to Moran. Here's the prodigy. Guarded by Kuro. Shoots from the line. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Moran's got 6 in the quarter.
And if you're wondering what makes Josh so special, it's his ability to take over games all by himself.
And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
To their benefit, they've cut down on the miscues here in the second half.
Allen, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. And Memphis also making a switch. Edey's checked in for Portis. Here's the prodigy, guarded by Kuro. The prodigy can't hit. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Pass to Hunter to tie it up. The rebound by the prodigy. For Memphis, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in the fourth quarter. Lets a floater go. And the basket by Bane.
They're playing great team basketball. It's good movement and sharp, crisp passing.
Okoro outside. Garland feeling it out a bit. Takes a 3. Cleveland again missing. Memphis leading by 5. Here's the prodigy. The floater. Cavaliers with a rebound. Allen's got 4 rebounds in the game. Okoro outside. Pass to Garland. Takes the 3. Grizzlies with the rebound. Edey's got his 8th rebound here tonight. The prodigy passes to Bane. Here's the prodigy. And here's Moran. Jackson finds Moran. From deep three-point range. Hunter with the rebound.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistently.
Pass to Allen. Outside Garland. Cleveland needs to get off a shot. Cleveland again missing.
Well, okay, well, I like his aggressiveness, but, like, the defense was waiting on him that time.
Into the lane. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Outside Hunter. Back to Garland. Throws it up high. Morant with it. He's picked up by Garland. And up the court come the Grizzlies on the break.
Such an athletic play by Bane, going up high for that oop.
And it's Garland with the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Pass to Jerome. Outside Hunter. Hits the trifecta.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Okoro passes to Hunter. Tipped.
They are losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
All right, a moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Cleveland. On Tuesday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Orlando, going up against the Magic. And then on Friday, they'll be facing Al Horford and the Boston Celtics.
The road is never the highlight of your schedule for any team. But for these guys, it is a chance to go out there, test themselves, and see how well they gel outside of home court. It could be a very valuable experience.
He's been a bright spot in their play today, but he could really use some help.
And here are the Grizzlies now. They lead by 4. Here's the prodigy. From down in the low post, it goes. The prodigy's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Deep into the game, you rely on players like him to keep delivering.
Pass to Mitchell. Okoro outside. Shot clock at 6. Jerome on the wing. Shoots over Morant. The rebound by the Prodigy. The Prodigy's
good job hitting the glass. They're +8 in rebounding.
From about 19, pulled the shot a little left. The bounce goes his way, though. The Prodigy's got 17 now, just in the second half. The Cavaliers trail by 8. Here's Jerome. Allen in the high post. Pass to Mobley. And he gets the bucket. Mobley's got 32 points.
Inside Mobley is set up for success. His size and reach means the rim is right there for him.
Timeout, Grizzlies. Darius Garland, he's checked in for Jerome. And so it's Memphis with it. 6-point game. Here's the Prodigy. Back to Morant. Circus shot, Ja Morant.
You know, they're really being bullied right now defensively. 8 of the last 10 points have come from inside.
Pass to Mobley. Spins. And Mobley. Just an awesome display of athleticism on our AT&T 5G slam cam. Bain, the pass to Morant. Here's the Prodigy. Pulls it in from the elbow. And the rebound goes to Cleveland.
They could have used more of those kind of rebounds earlier. It's hurt their cause.
And it's Allen. Who slams it home.
When you need one bad, go to a high percentage shooter, and Allen is that guy.
Timeout, Grizzlies. Memphis leading by 4. Pass to the Prodigy. They set the pick. Oh, he tries a 3. Mobley grabs the board. Cleveland has gone 2 of 6 so far in the 4th. From deep, Mitchell. And it's Bain with the rebound. Bain's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's the Prodigy. And he lobs it up. Out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
It'll go to the Cavaliers.
There's one for the low light. Wow. I'm not sure who messed up the pass, but look, somebody did.
Here's Garland. This game is so close. 1 or 2 plays could make the difference.
It's so imperative to try to make each trip count.
Here's Mobley. He got a piece of it. Here's the Prodigy. The rebound by Garland. Garland's got 6 rebounds here tonight. 1:56 left in the final quarter. Here's Mobley. Cleveland again missing. Memphis leading by 4. Here's the Prodigy. Off target with the 3.
You know what? He's got to look to get other guys involved. The three-point stroke is off.
Mobley outside. Lets the 3 fly. The rebound by the Prodigy.
That is not the shot they needed there. You got to work it around and get a better look.
To stop the drought. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Mobley's got 11 rebounds in the game. The three from Mitchell. Three ball! Donovan Mitchell!
Some players shrink when the pressure's on, but he lives for these moments.
Timeout! Grizzlies! The Grizzlies making a switch here. And so it's Cleveland winning this one. They escape with the W, even though they needed a few extra minutes to pull it off.
And both teams gave their all. But when it came down to overtime, it was about who had more determination.
And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Richard Jackson.
Got to tighten up and get him next time. Hey, they're professionals too.
In sports and in most lines of work, the deck is stacked against the new guy. The way MP has showed up and showed out like he has makes him the clear MVP favorite.